There was a sign there that said swimming is not allowed. Chen Mo, a 35-year-old man, drowned. Luo Mao, a 63-year-old man, drowned. Hello? Did you just arrive? The fish is as fresh as it gets.
Correct.
Just look at that. Look, they're like needlefish. Some of the spokes on my wheel broke.
We have no choice but for Max to go out alone and pedal 20 kilometers, which is how far the nearest bike shop is.
Hello, do you know of any bike shops around here? Like mine?
Not here! You have to go to another town!
If it were an electric motorcycle, I could help you.
Bicycles aren't used as much as they used to be, right?
Only elderly people use it for exercise.
Good morning and welcome to another day cycling around the largest island in China.
Today we woke up in Boao, a small coastal town that is home to one of the narrowest and most unique sandbars in the world.
It's a wonderful place, but unfortunately Noelia couldn't enjoy it much because she got sand in her eye and spent the whole day suffering. In fact, today she woke up with a swollen eye, but anyway, the point is that up to today we've covered 384 kilometers, and even though we're not even a third of the way yet, we're making good progress.
Especially because we only have 254 kilometers left to reach Sanya, which is the most popular and most important destination on the island. But before that, we're going to make a few stops that will leave you amazed. Right now, we're heading to the city of Wanning, which is one of my favorite destinations on the island because it's known as this country's surfer's paradise. In fact, it's very famous for its spectacular beaches, its nightlife, a lot of young people end up there, and interestingly, they also built 2 artificial islands there. They're very large, shaped like the sun and the moon, but we still have 90 kilometers to go, and today we're going to cover 47 of them. So let's start our day and see what we find along the way.
This is the first terrible street we've come across. It's completely flooded, badly paved, and we'll have to switch to the car lane. But overall, the route has been exceptional, very safe, and there are almost always bike lanes. And the drivers are very aware that there are many cyclists, especially at this time of year, making the journey, so they're very careful.
The most beautiful part of this trip is going through these kinds of landscapes. Look how beautiful it is, the rice fields, then you see the farmers who are planting, you even see the birds in the background over the crops, and then endless palm forests. These roads with these bridges, the landscapes are amazing.
Now we're going to Shamay village. In the tourist guides, it's listed as one of the most beautiful villages in the country. In fact, it's listed as the most beautiful village on the whole island of Hainan, and it was highly recommended as a stop.
He's an older gentleman, how beautiful. Wow, it's gorgeous.
Well, it is beautiful, but it's strange it's abandoned.
Well, that means we can go in with our bikes?
We don't see a single person. Everything is closed, the restaurants are closed, the public restrooms are closed. There doesn't even seem to be any cleaning staff. And I'm starting to wonder if it's because it's Monday after the holidays.
Hello, are the businesses closed today?
No, there's not even a neighborhood here.
Up ahead, you can find open businesses.
Do they have stores and restaurants there?
Yes, they've got everything.
Understood. Let's go there then.
Let's see what's there.
Look, there's the Shamay Village Clinic, Shamay Chronic Disease Diagnosis Service. Well, it's basically the local hospital. What a nice hospital, right? Now we're in the heart of the most beautiful village in Hainan, and it's definitely an exceptional place. There's so much greenery. The houses are very well maintained, and maybe this part here is the least taken care of because the entrance is wonderful. It feels like being at a resort in Cancun.
The first part we visited, I think, is an extension they made, like a small old touristy Chinese village, but this is the real village. I think this is what won the award for the most beautiful village.
Yes, there are a lot of houses built on different levels. You see chickens walking around and kids running all over the village. And I imagine that during Chinese New Year, this place must have been packed. But we just found out that today is the first working day after the holidays, so a lot of people have already left. A lot of people usually just pass through, stay here for one night, and then continue on their way to Sanya. But anyway, we can't stay too long because we still have many kilometers to go. Here it's much better already. This part of the road not only has bike lanes, but they're also very well made, unlike the previous section. It looked like they'd been hit by an earthquake or something like that.
The city of Wanning welcomes you, Mitzi.
We've arrived in Wanning.
We're going in, Caillou.
Congratulations, Furphy.
Our fourth city on the island.
It took us about a week, but it's all good. Come on, come on. We left the village and suddenly there were a bunch of giant buildings. We're entering a hotel zone or something like that, right? Ah, but they're not finished. Something we've seen a lot on this island are hotels that aren't finished and look like they've been abandoned for years. A year and a half ago, we visited Wencheng and explored some abandoned hotels which still aren't finished. And we don't know if they're going to finish them soon since the real estate industry in China is a bit complicated. I'm getting pulled along. There's a nasty climb and who knows how long it'll last. So we need to save our energy. Did you come all the way on foot?
Yes.
Aren't you tired? Wow, you're in shape.
From Zhuwen.
How much have you walked today?
We've already walked more than 20 kilometers.
20 kilometers? Well, good luck to you. Thank you. They're really impressive, huh? They walked the whole route, all around the island.
Hello.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. Where are you from?
From Shandong province.
Shandong. Okay. Are you also touring the island?
Yes.
How many days have you been here? 4 days. Well, good luck to you too. They're traveling light.
And even so, it's still hard for them to climb?
And here we are struggling with the tent we never use. Wait for me, guys. I tried shifting to a lower gear, but realized I was already in the lowest.
I know, me too.
Look at them. How are they going so fast? Don't they want to carry some suitcases? Wait, Noelia McQueen? Okay, she already got off. I knew she was giving us a beating. Now I can't give up. If I don't, I'm going to look bad.
Where are you from?
I'm from Mexico, she's from Spain, and my brother's girlfriend is from Shandong. Oh man, look at this massive climb we still have to do. This is going to wreck my knee. Did you see what's left, Noelia? Don't you think we should walk for a while? If you want to give up, I'll walk. If you're already tired, we can stop wherever you want.
I'm not tired.
We can remove that from the video, it's fine. No thanks, I lose by...
No thanks, stork legs.
What did you call me?
Stork legs?
Goodbye. Let's see, excuse me. Coming through. Why is there a whole market here? Let's see, let's check out what's here. Ah, this is epic, huh? In the middle of the climb, we found this stop where they rent ATVs to take you to a hidden beach over there. And we saw that a lot of cyclists are actually stopping here, unlike the places we've been to before. What place is this? Shandong, I see, thank you. I'm not sure, it sounds like the name of a cave, but we need to take a cart down. How much for the quad, my friend?
How many people?
2 people.
100 Yen round trip.
Ah, okay, thank you. 100 yuan for the motorcycle ride. We thought about going down by bicycle, we were about to do it, but when we saw how steep the road was, we said, I don't think so. There are 2 types of vehicles, the ATV and the cart. The cart is shared, maybe it's cheaper. How much is the cart? How much is the cart? It costs. How much is the cart? How much is the cart? Get in, Furby.
15 Yen round trip.
Okay. Get in, Furby. Let's save energy because our feet can't take it anymore. This place is called Sanjing Wanyan Yitong. For reference, 15 yuan up and down. It was cheaper for us than for the locals. Well, let's see if we find the same cart later. Maybe we won't find anyone and we'll end up walking up on foot. Imagine if one of these carts lost its brakes because it's carrying all the tourists. We've arrived at the beach and it was definitely worth it. Look at this beautiful place. Golden sand, turquoise waters. The only thing is, it seems like there are a lot of rocks. I'm not sure if swimming is allowed here since I don't see anyone in the water. But in China, that doesn't mean much because people generally don't like swimming. They're also selling Crocs and similar items. Is swimming allowed at this beach?
It's not allowed.
Ah, I see.
Why? Are there a lot of rocks?
Yes.
There aren't any sharks, are there?
No, but you could get hurt on the rocks.
I heard there's a cave nearby.
Yes, yes.
Do we need to buy a ticket? No.
See? I wasn't lying when I told you that the beaches in Wanning are spectacular.
So amazing, right? It looks like the Caribbean.
Wow, it's incredible, seriously.
These probably take you right into the cave.
I think now I understand why it's so popular. There are like 500 spots to take pictures.
Sure, that's what makes a place go viral in China. Without photos, it's not well known, but it can still be beautiful. The downside is that you can't swim here. There are a lot of rocks and they told us this is open ocean, so the current can pull you and it's hard to touch the bottom. There could be sea urchins. So we won't be taking a dip here. In fact, it says right there that you can't swim, you can't surf, you can't fish. It's a protected area, but let's go check out the cave and see how it is.
Here you can rent or buy a dress so you can come and take that aesthetic beach photo. And the further we walk, the more people there are. I think the cave is just up ahead. I think it's more of a photo op cave where people take photos.
It's more like the cave from the viral photo. It's not very big. It's not like there's a tour or anything. That's why I asked if you needed a ticket and they said no. But you have to pay to play because you really can't use that space to take your photos since the photographers stand here. Look, everyone standing there has their own photographer and that's kind of interesting, isn't it? I don't think that happens on Mexican beaches. At least I haven't seen it, at least not in the hotels where I've stayed, that there are photographers charging you there to take your photo and renting you dresses and all that. For events, I have seen it, but just like that on the beach.
I mean, you can hire one, but it's a hotel service. It's not someone just there on the beach telling you, I'll rent you a dress and take your photo.
Not a single person in a swimsuit. Literally, there isn't a single person in a swimsuit.
They all come, all covered up.
Come on, Furby. Come on, Furby. 400 kilometers, Furby.
Just look at the view we just found. We had to stop. We're on top of a bridge that, by the way, is really, really cool. And we took advantage not just because our butts were hurting,
And our knees.
but also because the view is incredible.
We've done 37 kilometers today, but it's been almost all uphill and it's been tough.
It's worth mentioning that we still have 15 kilometers to go. We're waiting to see if we find a little town along the way so we can stop to eat or something like that. Or if we'll have to get all the way to the point marked on the route to be able to do it. We also don't know if there will be anything there. I mean, we know absolutely nothing about this place. All I know is that it's a nature reserve. But usually in China, that means there are all kinds of tourist services. Are you ready to keep going?
I'm enjoying the view. I'm enjoying the view.
Life is cruel, my friend. Let's keep going.
After 38.9 kilometers, we arrive at a camping area, and I'm all for staying here, but Noelia wants to keep going.
I'm always surprised by two things in China, and those are the service stations, which are spotless, and the people who stop here. There are some amazing campers like this one we have in front of us. Just like many others, it's also a little shop / restaurant / tea house, ice cream shop. They have everything. So let's order something here before we continue.
We should do something like this. Imagine living while traveling, selling ice cream. And on top of that, you sell to the people at the campsite. Where are you guys from?
From Guizhou province.
Do you travel full time?
No, only when my children are on vacation. We go home when the school year begins.
Well, this is our dream. I'll order a serving of cold noodles, 2 lemon teas, and also an ice cream.
Max is always with his ice cream. Just look at these noodles that Mitzi just ordered for me. She had mercy on me, I was hungry, he ordered an ice cream, and I don't know if it's the noodles again or if it's because we've done over 30 kilometers today, but this tastes like heaven.
I love them. They're really spicy, but they're really good, and the lemonade too.
I'm impressed. We ended up eating 3 orders of cold noodles, an ice cream, and 2 lemonades, and they only charged us 68 yuan. It was pretty affordable, and since the lady at the stall liked us, she gave us 2 sausages for free. No wonder she has so much success. Just look at this girl. She also has a bike, but it's a pretty unique bike. It's foldable, it's small, and still it seems like it has everything you need. Your bike is awesome.
Thank you.
Are you riding around the island?
Yes, but only the east side.
And did you come all the way here from Haiku?
Yes.
And are you comfortable on that bike?
It's not as comfortable as yours, but so far everything's been fine.
How many kilometers do you ride a day?
About 100 kilometers.
100 kilometers? She did 100 kilometers on that little bike, and here we are, embarrassing ourselves on our bikes, which are actually made for long trips and should be super comfortable. But well, I guess it's just a matter of experience.
How embarrassing. We only do 40 maybe.
50?
The most we've ever done is 70 and we ended up exhausted. How is it possible for there to be a forest on the beach? I've never seen anything like this, especially a coniferous forest by the sea. You can't really see it, but behind this strip of forest, it's the perfect place to camp except for the mosquitoes.
Come on, little buddy, let's go.
Let's go, let's go!
How cute, they go running together on the road. We just got to the area where the next tourist attraction on our route is. But since it's already getting dark, and right before that place, there's this little inn that's really charming. We're going to stay here tonight, we're going to drop off our backpacks, and once we're not carrying anything,
We'll go surfing.
what Max says isn't a crazy idea at all. And look, here we have 2 paddle boards that we could possibly borrow or rent, and Max would definitely love that idea. Plus, this place is part of China's surfer paradise. The fact that we were able to find a country house like this near the tourist spot we're about to visit says a lot about where we are. And just look at how beautiful this place is. It really makes you want to stay for a couple of days, but as you know, we have to keep going to reach Sanya. However, we're going to enjoy this place as much as we can. Let's see how the rooms are. Here in our room we have a big bed, the decoration is very nice, a TV, a stool with a vanity where we can hang our clothes, and the bathroom, which is simple but very good. I love the common areas. If you came here with your friends to spend a weekend, you would have space to throw a big party or have a get-together. And here, well, even if you just wanted to sit and read, the place is really nice. And something really interesting is that it's in a kind of coniferous forest, which we didn't expect because up until now we had only seen forests and forests of palm trees. And just look at this place, it definitely doesn't disappoint, and we also arrived at the perfect time to see the sunset.
I have to wash my shorts.
Max had dinner with multiple purposes. Hey, look at the sand, it's super fine, super white, it almost looks like powder.
Over there was a sign that says you can't swim, but on all the beaches in China, there are always signs that say you can't swim. In the rivers too, I'm kind of used to it and I just say come on. But this one even shows statistics of people who have died here. It says in the waters of Ganbei Dahuyao, there are often hidden currents. Please do not enter the water. Drowning incidents in this area between 2016 and 2020. And it shows the name of the person who died. Chen Momu, a 35-year-old man, he drowned. Luo Mumu, a 63-year-old man, drowned. Fang Mumu, a 31-year-old man, drowned. And no, they're not family. Mumu is used as an alias for people whose names shouldn't be revealed. It's like when in Mexico they use Fernando N, but it does list the names and ages of everyone who died.
However, I see all the children here in the water by the shore.
No, they don't really go in.
Yes.
Look how they take out the fish.
How cool.
Fishermen are bringing in the catch of the day, and you can buy it fresh here. Hello, I love it. Tell me more. Good morning. Did you just arrive?
Yes.
It's the freshest fish.
Correct.
Just look at that.
There you have it.
They're like needlefish. How many kilos? How many kilos?
7.5 kilos.
Oh, 7.5 kilos. That's 15 gin, which is about 7 kilos.
What are you doing speaking English?
I'm not speaking English. I'm speaking Spanish.
Are you from Spain?
I'm not either.
So where are you from?
I'm Mexican.
There are many countries in the world where people speak Spanish.
Where are you from?
He is Chinese, of course.
Is he your grandson?
Don't be afraid, little buddy. It's a good dog. He just wants to play.
Did you study Chinese?
That's correct. Have you learned English?
I don't like English.
It's very complicated with so many countries and languages.
Yes, many countries have different languages. What fish is this?
Big fish.
Big fish.
Big fish?
And the one with the long nose, which one is it?
Which one?
The one over there. This one here.
It's also called big fish.
Are they called the same thing?
Yes.
Whoa, what's up with that fish?
It's got it. Chan Dai. Eat. Eat, eat.
Hainanese is easy.
What do you mean, easy?
For us, it's very complicated.
Is that fish tasty?
Yes, it's delicious.
How do you eat it? Like this?
Well, however you like it.
Do you know how to cook?
I can't. I can only make fried eggs.
Fried egg? She says I can only make a fried egg. Max just asked the kid if you can swim here, and the kid says yes, no problem.
If my buddy says yes with his permission,
He's the local after all. He says if you can swim, it's fine.
I regret it. Way too cold.
Is it very cold?
Yes. Do you know who CR7 is?
I do. He's a soccer player.
Yes, he's a soccer player.
How do you speak Chinese so well?
I swear to you, it's not that good.
Did you study in China?
No, we work in Shenzhen.
Shenzhen.
They don't even have an accent.
How did you learn Chinese?
On the internet.
You can also learn Spanish.
I don't want to study. It's too hard.
You're young, you would learn quickly. I don't understand how someone drowned here. There's no waves, there's nothing.
And it makes sense because this is like a kind of closed bay. In fact, where we are right now is called Big Flower Corner or Dahuajiao. It's like a coastal geographic formation in the shape of a corner, which also has the characteristic of being closed off like this, like a bay, as if it were a small pool but open to the sea. We just met someone who speaks Spanish.
Hello.
How did you learn Spanish?
I learned in Madrid.
Did you study there?
Complutense.
Oh, at Complutense University?
At the Faculty of Communication.
What did you study, Spanish?
No, media.
Ah, okay. How long were you there?
About 4 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
Why did you come here?
We're cycling around the island.
Wow. How cool.
Hello?
They're greeting you.
How are you?
He said, hello, how are you? Say, good.
Good? That's great. Nice to meet you.
The pleasure is mine.
Can I take a picture with her?
Of course, yes, of course, just like this.
1, 2, 3 eggplants.
Cheers, cheese.
Cheese.
Cheese! We did 51 kilometers today in 3.5 hours.
It wasn't bad, right? We're moving faster than before.
Did you finish or want to discuss your return to the hotel?
I don't live for numbers, Mitzi. What rating would you give this sunset?
It has to be one of the most epic ones I've ever seen. And it's probably because of the place we're in and the effort we had to make to get here. Because even though it's not much for a professional cyclist, it was really hard for us, and right now I can't feel my legs. I know I'm going to be sore tomorrow, and tomorrow we have to pedal again. So you really appreciate moments like this after working so hard for them.
Good morning and welcome to another day cycling around the largest island in China.
Last night we saw one of the most spectacular sunsets of our lives. We cycled about 60 kilometers, which is quite a lot for us because our personal record is 70. But because of that, we had some complications. Among them, the biggest one is that some spokes on my wheel broke, so today there's no way to continue with all the weight we're carrying.
We have no choice but for me to stay here, and Max will go out alone to pedal 20 kilometers to the nearest bike shop. There's no other way. We couldn't go together because he would have to carry the weight and it would take longer. Plus, there's a risk that more spokes could break. So it's going to be 20 kilometers there and 20 back, 40 today just to fix his bike.
As they say, don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today.
Goodbye, Mitzi.
We'll see each other soon. I'll be back. I promise. Where do I have to go?
With the GPS. Where do I have to go? He says.
Oh, okay. Goodbye, Furby. I'll make it. Goodbye. Until now, Noelia has always been the navigator. She always carries the phone because the mount didn't fit on my bike and I just had to follow her, but this time I have to go alone. At least I'm not carrying any load and I hope I can do it much faster, but it's still 40 kilometers, which is what we usually do in a day. Even without any weight, I hope I can do it faster, although that doesn't stop us from losing a whole day. I hope I can solve the problem when I get there.
I hope they have the spokes because if not, I don't know what we'll do. I'll also need to figure out what I have left here. If there's any way to buy them online and have them shipped here, it's a shame because we were just getting ready to leave early. It's only 8 in the morning and we already have this problem. It seems like life always wants us to be pedaling in the sun.
I almost forgot to warm up. The thing is, I always do it with someone. Well, at least this time I'm doing it with the oxen. Now that I'm going uphill, I'm remembering that the 40 kilometers aren't necessarily downhill or flat. And if it turns out they're all uphill, this is going to be brutal. But you wanted to ride around the island by bike. You didn't want to buy spare parts. Noelia told you that over and over again. Downhill. And continuing with the series of curious buildings, today I present to you this thing. Abandoned as well, just to keep up the trend. 5 kilometers out of 20, we're doing well. A quarter of the way there. But hey, it's only 8:54 in the morning. Until today, we usually started at 10 or 11 because it took us a long time to pack up the camp and pack the saddlebags. And because we stayed up late watching Pokemon, but today I did leave early, only to find out that my spokes are broken. I wonder if it might be possible to find a store in some town. For example, this town. And before it would have been very easy. China was like the country of bicycles. There were bicycles everywhere. And you never knew what was going to run you over, whether it would be a bicycle or a pedestrian. However, today it's very different because everyone has electric scooters. Bicycles aren't used as much anymore. It has become obsolete because of the very affordable prices of electric scooters. Hi, are there any bicycle repair shops nearby? Like mine.
Not here. You have to go to another town.
How many kilometers is it?
4 kilometers.
4 kilometers?
You take the national highway.
Okay, I'm on my way, thank you. Well, no. There isn't any in this town. They say in the next town, 4 kilometers away. Why did the chicken cross the road? I don't know. Ask them. It seems like we're going in the right direction, towards a village called Peipotsun. It's 4 kilometers that way, and they say I can find someone there who can fix my bicycle. The question is whether they have the spokes I need. For now, we're passing through another village, even smaller than the previous one. This one has some amazing houses. Look, that mansion over there. Normally, houses are much cheaper in rural China, but here they build some impressive houses. Look, now it's full of mandarins. The rich people of the area must live here. Maybe the mayor. Every time I pass by places like this, I wonder why there are people who would want to live in Shanghai in super tiny apartments that cost 80 times more. Life is good here, the weather is nice, and they live in huge houses with big families. What more could you ask for? Hi, do you know any bike repair shops around here?
Bike repair shops.
Not here. Keep going ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Go that way. There is hope. We're arriving at Beipozun, which is just 10 kilometers from where Noelia is. They say there's someone here who repairs bicycles. The thing is, I don't know where. Since it's a small town, it doesn't appear on the map. The nice thing is, in towns like this, everyone knows each other or where everything is. Hi, do you know of any bike shops around here? Well, he says no. Since several people have already told me yes, and he tells me no. Where could it be? Where could you be? Hello, ma'am. Do you know of any nearby bike shops? Hello, ma'am. Do you know of any nearby bike shops?
No.
Ah, okay. Well, no. Oh, 好的。好的，好的，好的。Thank you. Well, he says it's right in front. The thing is, there were some people who already sent me to where they repair electric motorcycles. And there they can't repair the spoke on my bicycle because they don't have it. Hello.
How are you?
Very well, and you?
Are you looking for a taxi?
No, do they repair bicycles here?
Of course.
A spoke broke.
No problem. Park over there.
Thank you.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Is that green tea?
Correct.
How nice, you even offered me tea and everything.
I'm gonna give you a red envelope.
Oh no, you shouldn't. Thank you very much.
So you have a safe trip. But don't open it now.
Thank you very much, it's very nice. What does it say here?
May you be happy and prosperous.
My friend gave me a red envelope that says Gongxi Fakai, which are Chinese New Year greetings, and inside there's money. I already saw it, but it's not polite to open it in front of the person who gave it to you. We're going to put it away, but just so you know, they welcomed me warmly, and instead of me paying him, he paid me. We should take a picture to remember this moment.
All right.
So, can you help me with my bike?
Oh, we don't have those parts.
Oh, you don't have them.
You have to keep going until Yelingguan.
Yelingguan? I'm heading there then.
Very well.
My friend, thank you very much for your hospitality.
If it were an electric motorcycle, I could help you.
Bicycles aren't used as much as they used to be, right?
Yes, only elderly people use it to exercise.
By the way, don't ride your bikes at night.
Cars can't see you. It's dangerous.
I understand, we won't do it.
Also, people drink and they could crash into you. It's better to ride during the day.
Understood, thank you very much. Goodbye. I came looking for copper and ended up finding gold. They couldn't fix my bike, but at least we became friends. He gave me a red envelope and in the end he gave me some advice. Golden. He told me not to go out riding my bike at night because people here drink a lot of alcohol and there are many accidents at night. People here don't have money. If something were to happen, even in the best case scenario, they won't be able to compensate you. That's great advice. And it's true that in these kinds of small towns, people tend to drink a lot more. They themselves had a bottle of alcohol there on the table, and you could tell that the old man had been drinking all morning because he was quite red. But anyway, we have to continue toward our original destination. There are still 50 minutes left according to the GPS, but I think I'm going to take it easy so I'm fresh tomorrow. To still be fresh, since we have to keep going and there's no rush, the day is already lost. I was thinking about my interaction with the mechanic back there, and I think it helped me understand a little bit what it is that I like so much about these trips. And if you noticed, he welcomed me with a lot of excitement, as if I were a relative he hadn't seen in a long time. He served me tea, gave me a gift envelope with money according to Chinese traditions, and he didn't want me to leave. If it were up to them, I would have stayed all day drinking tea. They loved having me. But then there's the photo they requested. We had completely different lives that ended up crossing paths by chance. And if you think about it, the life he and I lead couldn't be more different. He lives the life of a mechanic in a small town on Hainan Island, while I come from a completely different country and I travel around his country. Our view of the world is completely different, and we're about as close as you can get to a pair of aliens meeting on an unknown planet. Therefore, the curiosity that arises between both sides about each other's lives, it's a very beautiful connection that you hardly ever find if you don't leave your country. And why do I say your country? Nowadays, escaping from the developed world is very difficult. Today we can see any part of the world from the screen of our phones, but what we can't access is this kind of interaction. Because you need to speak a language or bring a translator, but even if you bring a translator and you don't know the customs, it's harder to connect with people, or it's harder for them to open up. But even so, if you get the chance to take one of these trips knowing at least a little bit of the language, you really won't regret it. In front of us, the Wanning Chinese Medicine Hospital is huge, and I don't know if there's a Western medicine hospital here. Maybe this is the only one there is. And that's how it used to be in China. Before finding a Western medicine hospital was complicated, Chinese medicine hospitals are the norm, which have helped me a lot with my back pain. I have to say, if you're here, I really recommend you try it, especially because it doesn't harm you and it doesn't cause the dependency that Western medicine often does. It's worth giving it a try. I think we've arrived. But I don't see any bike shop here. Now I see it. Please save me. Hello? A part of my bike broke. Can you help me fix it?
Is it the spokes?
Yes, I don't know if these can be repaired or if we need to put on new ones.
Ah, they broke, right?
Yes, 2 spokes.
No problem.
Whew, what a relief. That's great. I come from far away. It took me 2 hours to get here today. Your Chinese is pretty good. I'm still learning. 50 yuan for the 2 spokes. Thank you. Are you riding around the island? Yes, with my wife, but I left her at the hotel to rest so she wouldn't have to ride so much.
Hello, Mitzi, have you arrived yet?
Hello, Fulfa, yeah. Finally, he told me it's not my size, but he's going to adapt the spokes to see if they fit, and he told me he's going to reinforce them. No way.
That's so nice of him. Which store did it for you? XDS, welcome.
Do they still have to go get the spoke? Now we have to see if when they bring it, it's really the one I need. Well, the boss told me it's going to take about 2 or 3 hours to fix my bike, because they don't have the spokes here, so they're going to order them. And in the meantime, I came to see what was nearby, and look at this. This already looks like a first-class city. Again, it must be the newest area of the city. I came to see if I could find something to eat or something Western, since we've had only Chinese food for days. A change would be nice, that's all. It was a whole ordeal because they had to go get the spokes from who knows where. What he did say is that to put them on, he had to take off my tire, but since my tire doesn't have an inner tube, it was a mess, and it's possible that air is leaking out. And if I notice that's the case, I need a new tire, and where the hell are we going to get a new tire? I have no idea because I repeat, the problem is that there are no bikes my size in this country. But for now it's done. And now I have to go back another 22 kilometers to where Noelia is. I was about to head back. In fact, I was already pedaling when suddenly I heard a little noise on my bike and I had to go back to see what it was. In the end, they just put some oil on it because the chain had sand. And then I remembered that in this country there's a wonderful service called Holala. In fact, the name says it all. Huo means product and Ela means to pull, or in this case, to carry. And it's basically like an Uber for things. You call them and they arrive in a small truck and you can load whatever you want and it's extremely cheap. In this case, for the 20-kilometer trip, I'm going to pay 170 Mexican pesos, which is about $10 at today's exchange rate, which is what I would pay for an Uber in my city to travel 5 kilometers, especially when getting off work. And I'm doing it more to save my legs so I can keep up with Noelia McQueen, not for any other reason. This isn't on the route and I don't want to increase the mileage. Honestly, I'm just feeling lazy. The bike is already there and there's the driver. And this is the brand I was telling you about, Yolala, which is like an Uber-style moving service. They're amazing and will save our legs today. We've arrived. Until next time, goodbye. Thank you. Thank you. Look how amazing Jolala is. These little carts can take you anywhere, no matter where you are. And in the morning, we didn't think about it because we were on the island. We were like in a village in the middle of nowhere. We said there's no way, and it turns out there is. Just like that, I only had to do 21.8 kilometers today, and tomorrow we head out fresh.